I can't think of the last time I streamed this early. Give it a few minutes, see if we got some sisters. In this rising. Excuse me. Gratitude. I feel grateful. We're just gonna give it a few more minutes, family. I'm gonna go ahead and roll up while I'm waiting. Peace to the guys and goddesses. Come on in. Let me know you in the building. Y'all, it's too much going on in this world right now for me to even think properly. Excuse me. A lot going on. We got the government about to shut down soon. The second planned pandemic. Homelessness at an all-time high. The heat records at an all-time high. It was 118 degrees in Missouri. That's the hottest it's been here in man's history, right? Crazy. The American corporation history, anyway. That is insane. We're distracted by all this mess. And we have a blind eye to what's really going on. As soon as I'm done rolling, I guess we can go ahead and get into this video. This video is from Conjure Queen. And Conjure Queen is a spiritualist. Make sure y'all go and follow her. I will make sure I link her down below. Shout out to the replay gang. But I was just thinking about, the topics I wanted to talk about specifically. And I had came across her video. And she was really saying the same shit that I've been feeling. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of chill back with the family on a rising stream. Listen to her video and maybe a couple others. And give my commentary. I hope everyone's doing well, feeling well. I hope y'all slept good. We're going to get into this video, family. I love hearing other people's opinions on the spiritual shift. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's interesting to talk about the actual topics in the 3D at hand and, give our takes on it, come with the reports. But the spiritual report, that's what I care about. So, this star's name is Conjure Queen. And again, I will link the video down below when I close out the video. I totally forgot to do it before, so. Peace, family, risings, welcome. Okay, get the handy dandy tablet. Okay. All right, here we go. So this video is about energy harvesting, the manipulation of mind control. It has a lot to do with like her thoughts and feelings on what the energy of today, what's going on, like all this fighting and killing and stealing, child. But let me stop talking. Let's go ahead and get into the video. I want to hear her POV on what's going on, and I will be doing commentary through and through. I do not own the rights to this video.
Has been opened, and family, Conjure Queen here. Excuse my appearance, guys. I just woke up, but I do want to drop something for the family. Now, some of you may or may not know that there's a portal that has been opened. And every time around this year, do you guys notice a pattern, right? Do you guys know?
Lionsgate portal. I feel you, sis, but let's continue. And her video is 11:11. It's the synchronicities for me.
Notice that every time, like literally summertime, either it's the end of July or the beginning of August, either Leo season or Cancer season, there's a lot of this agenda, or there's some theme that's pushed, like either police brutality, there's some type of race wars or riots, right? And recently, I don't know if you guys have seen it trending on social media, but there was a fight that had happened in Alabama, where these white people were jumping this black security guard, and then all of the black people got off the ship after it docked, and they started to jump the white people, who jumped the black guy, and everybody's excited, saying that's unity. And I'm not disagreeing, right? Like, those white people had no rights putting their hands on that black man, and I don't think anybody needs to be putting their hand on anybody, period. But right at the end of the day, I realized, like, oh, I see what's happening here. They're trying to incite a race war. And I know some of y'all might be like, yo, CQ, you looking too deep into it.
I agree. It's all an agenda and a plot. Even if certain situations aren't manipulated for like by them firsthand. Like for instance, the Alabama brawl. Excuse me. That shit, that was a natural thing that happened, right? But they will use this very thing that happened in Alabama to construct some political agenda, some war against the people. They'll keep playing it over and over again. Be choosy about who's sharing the videos, who's commented on the videos. There'll be laws in place. You see, we can't come together and be rational. We can't come together and behave. So, oh, we're gonna have to have martial law at every carnivore, every public event. Y'all see where this is going? So it's deeper. Like this shit, y'all, open them eyes. This shit is deeper than what we think or what it may appear to be. I feel like a lot of us are still in this systemic brainwashed mind frame when it comes to the people that run America. You know, we've been in this cult since birth, us Americans. So anyone that's speaking out against your cult leader, your messiah, or you're going to have something to say or you're going to feel some type of way. But a lot of us are convicted at this time too. So I feel like if you are convicted, it's time. It's time, baby. It's time to come on over. The grass is greener over here. We need to wake up. I'm ready to detach. I'm ready for a fucking revolution. Right now, I am just literally putting all my ducks in a row. I'm stocking up on everything that I need, trying to get my finances in order, learning how to grow a garden, like, life skills, implementing that shit, like really taking that shit seriously. That's the steps that we all need to take collectively, being more self sustainable. Because damn near everything in your kitchen, if not 100%, probably came from the store. Some of us, I know we be having our mini gardens, whatever. Some of us do indulge in farmers markets and stuff like that. But the majority of us rely 100% on these folks to feed us. That's scary, especially when we do flashbacks and think about what happened during this pandemic. Like, food was very scarce. It was very weird going to the store and nothing being there on purpose, though. So we know that was on purpose. And we also know that we are heading towards another pandemic, because they already been telling us. It's time for us to get our shit together now. Generators now, extra candles now, deodorant, soap, extra food now, perishable items now, toiletries now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into the video.
This relaxing you. It's like, guys, this is the thing, right? The thing about introverts is we're very quiet people, but we're very observant, right? Like, we could be the quietest person in the room, but we'll analyze everything that's going on. We don't know who secretly hates who. We'll know everybody's secrets, and we'll just keep hush hush as we're observing. And so that's what I learned to do. I be quiet and I observe what's happening. What I observe is a pattern here. And I noticed that Black outrage is the newest currency. And I said this years ago when I was living in New Orleans. I said, yo, do you guys notice that every time summertime, they do the same thing where they build up your emotions? You got to understand how manipulation works. You can't manipulate somebody if they're not emotionally invested. Right?
Facts.
The only way you can get manipulated is if somebody can get you emotionally invested in a thing. Because if you're not emotionally invested, you're indifferent. You're not putting your energy into that. And what is emotions? Emotions is energy in motion. Okay? Mm-hmm. So this is what I mean by, and I'm gonna be blunt here. Most Black people, melanated people, indigenous people are very emotional people, right? We get sad quick, we get mad quick. Like, it doesn't take a lot to set us off. And this is why the Buddhists always talk about how people who are magically inclined, people who are very powerful spiritually, that they have to learn how to control their emotions.
Yes, because it is dangerous It's dangerous. You really have to watch a person where as soon as they get pissed off and they're spiritually inclined, they call in on all different types of orishas and whatnot to do harm to you. Chaos beings. But having that balance. This quote unquote spiritual community can be very scary because people give no fucks because they know there's no fucks to give. So, you know, all I hate using that moral word because fuck the morals. But all principles, principalities are out the window because you made me feel a way. So I'm going to call my ancestors to come and fuck you up. Same thing in the streets. You say something to piss me off, we swinging, we shooting, we stabbing. Child.
Unless they will become a slave to them. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. He talks about how if you don't know yourself and you only know the enemy, or vice versa, if the enemy knows you more than you know yourself, you will be conquered every time. Read The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's free PDF online. They got the free audiobook on YouTube. There's no excuse. In the world of information, ignorance is a choice. I don't care what anybody say. This is what I mean. Sometimes we got to pull back from social media because I really feel like sometimes, like, not even sometimes, a lot of the times, think about it, right? Most of the people wake up, they check their phone, they go through social media, and then you see a post that pulls your emotions. It could be anything. It could be these relationship dating podcasts that's saying something outlandish. It could be something like a video about, police brutality, a police officer killing a young boy, right? It could be anything to pull your emotions, and as effed up as this sound, because y'all gonna be like, CQ, what you mean? We're not supposed to care about that. We supposed to. That's our people. We got to stand up. I get it. I was on the other side of the coin. I was in those rallies once upon a time, pumping my fist with the afro, all of that. Like, I get it. And so one day I started realizing, I'm like, yo, this ain't solving nothing. Because they've been rioting and pumping their fists and yelling and screaming on social media for how many years now, and what is being done?
Nothing. And they look at it and it is begging. Begging. The same folks that they've shown us what it is time and time again. Peace, Goddess, Grand Rising. Welcome in, Red Bone Goddess. I'm just doing some commentary over a couple spiritual videos, some content creators that I follow. I really just wanted to come and hang out with y'all and, talk about the energy of the world today, all that's going on. Maybe look up some random news articles. We in this thing. Peace to the gods and goddesses. We're going to go ahead and jump back into the video. I hope you're doing well.
It's literally like we're living in a cycle. And recently, me and the Divine Royalty family, we did a truth spell ritual to kind of expose all of the lies that's been happening. And the funny thing with a truth spell or a ritual is that it opens up your eyes. It removes the lies within you so that you can be able to receive the truths outside. And sometimes we're not able to see these patterns or these truths because we're still holding on to these lies that we've been conditioned to believe, or maybe our parents taught us, society taught us, social media taught us. A lot of this stuff is lies. Once upon a time, people used to watch TV and believe everything that the news broadcasters say. Not everybody believes everything on social media. We live in a time now where anything could be AI generated, right? Anybody can.
That part. A lie is very much justified in today's day and age. this shit is almost spooky. You wouldn't even know the difference.
Some type of AI avatar, you think it's a real person that you watch, and you think it's real celebrities and influencers that you look up to, but you've been idolizing a robot or AI this whole time. This person doesn't even exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gets deep. Okay. Only thing I want to say is this, family.
That is crazy. Like, you think you looking at Beyonce. You think you talking to whoever. You think Chris Brown live. Yeah, okay. Chris Brown G19 is live in this bitch. Oh my goodness. Blurring the lines from fact and fiction. And just like she said, we grew up believing everything that we seen on the news. Our elders still watch the news, believe everything they see on there. And now it's just social media. You got a couple content creators you like, you take what they say verbatim. We don't do our own research. None of that. We continue to praise these folks. And they ain't even real. They ghost. A cyborg. What the hell? They puppets. Exactly. Exactly.
I love y'all. And I know I say things that's not very, it's not popular opinion. So I know some.
Shout out to Conjure Queen. Conjure Queen. That is the name of this Stars channel. Conjure Queen.
You want to get mad under this post, but it is what it is. This is my page at the end of the day and my platform. And I want to use my platform in order to share what I see, share my journey, and also see if other people see what I see as well, because I know I can't be the only one seeing this pattern. Some people call this the Lionsgate portal that's opening up, right? Some people may call this something else. Like, it's definitely some paradigm shifts happening right now. And the only thing that I want y'all to know is that we live in a world of illusions, right? The ancients been talking about this, that the waking world or Maya.
What in the world? Now, how the hell did Nature Boy end up on my screen? Child.
And every time around
my bad, family.
Clean here. Excuse my parents.
What in the world?
Power, but I know you do. And so if I want to be able to control this world and I don't have any magic, I got to find a way to manipulate you so that way you can do what I want, right? So I'm going to say, you know what? I don't have any magic, but I know the person who's watching this does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them really upset, and I'm going to harness that energy of anger. Because we spoke about sacred anger, right? That a lot of people come from warriors, and that's why you got that angry blood in you. I'm going to tap into that, and I'm going to harness that energy like a battery, right? Notice how tired you feel after always being on social media and strolling. Notice how you feel drained, right? And how...
Yep. 1 second, sister, goddess, Conjure Queen. Now, I looked up the definition of paradigm shift, a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. A fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. Ooh, excuse me. Accordingly, a paradigm shift is decided as an important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. Paradigm shift, a shift in consciousness. I'm weak. Nature Boy popping through. You may be fake too. I'm weak. Nah, that crazy ass nigga, he real. Look, that crazy nigga. All right, back into the video.
Recharge you feel when you take a break from your phones, when you take a break from technology. It's a reason for that. They're literally pulling your energy and your source from you to fuel their agendas. They're literally taking your emotions to fuel. Your emotions is literally like a battery, and their generator cannot work without your emotions. Now imagine if everybody just said, nah, I'm not buying into this crap. I know it's cap. Like, I know that this is orchestrated, all of this. Whether it's the lady that was on a plane that was orchestrated, you got to think about it. Every month or every season, it's a new,
literally,
something else to distract you.
Yep.
What was he talking about last month? They was talking about Just Hilarious and the whole trans community, right? It was like, it was women versus the trans women, gays versus the straights. Now, blacks versus the whites. What's next? What's next? Humans versus AI, aliens versus humans. Like, what is next? Because at the end of the day, it's like they're running out of... people are starting to realize the patterns, and so they're running out of ideas, and so it's like reruns of the same fucking show, and it's like, we're tired now. Like, what else you got up your sleeve? Because it's not working anymore. We're woke. True spell hitting. Eyes is open. Paradigm shifts. Like, people are starting to look up in the sky and be like, yo, why does the sky split? Have y'all seen my recent post? Why is the sky split like that?
Speaking of the sky, family, I'm in Missouri, Kansas City. When I tell you the whole sky is smoky as shit. I took my baby girl to school today. It was her first day. As soon as I hit the highway, it's just smoke. I look back, it's clear skies. How the fuck? It ain't storming. It ain't. Well, what y'all got going on? What the hell? I mean, it's thick, thick, thick. I look over at the cars next to me. They look like robots. I mean, they just like zombified type shit. Like, ain't nobody realizing what. Do y'all see the sky? It's some funkadelic shit going on. Just like the debt is negative energy and credit is positive energy, playing with our emotions. Hmm. Peace, night and day. Peace, peace. How y'all feeling this rising? I record the sky daily and night. No facts, because it really be some shit going on up there. I might have to take a page out of your book, Redbone, because I'm kind of low key upset I missed that 2 moons. I seen 2 moons. Two of them things. I look online. It's not just me that's seeing 2 moons. They seeing 2 suns. What is going on? People walking in the skies. Like what?
Why is that? Why does that cloud look like that? That's not a real cloud. Okay, people are starting to ask questions, and I know a lot of us that have been tapped in for a long time, like we've been knew about this, but we got to be humble. Let me take that back, because somebody recently told me stop using that word humble, right? We have to be understanding that everybody's on their own journey, and don't be condescending. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to come to you when they want to find the clarity, when they start realizing, like, oh shit, everything that so-and-so said was really true. You're going to start noticing friends that tried to brush you off, that told you was crazy. They're going to come back. Family members that tried to, outcast you because you said all of the things that you said, they didn't believe you. They're going to try to come back. In that moment, right? Remember what I said? We spoke about this before. Now people are starting to see what we've been seeing for years now. So now people are going to start coming to the healers. People are going to start coming to the spiritualists. People are going to start coming to the teachers. People are going to start seeking this knowledge. And it's the floodgates are open.
Oh, hey girl. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know I just been going through a lot. I know I haven't, checked on you, seeing how you was doing. I know I was talking shit about you, with the family, with my friends. I know I made it seem like you was crazy, girl, but my eyes are open now. I see what's going on. Do you have some seeds? Can you give me a tarot reading? I'm just so lost. Can we do that shadow work thing you was talking about? Do you have an extra pan? Do you have a generator? Oh, you got some candles. I'm scared. Who was that? Ogun? Can you talk to Ogun for me? No, bitch. No. That's the energy I'm giving. So it's like I envision myself being on a bus or like being in a like a big ass bus, right? Or I'm on a train, the Polar Express, right? I'm coming through. We chugging choo choo, choo choo in this bitch. We picking up people waking up. Their consciousness is lifting up. People, souls being summoned into the Polar Express. We not doubling back. This train does not go in reverse. You either hop on or get left behind. I think we should all have that mindset. We can't save these folks. They don't want to be saved. If you see a train coming, I mean, like, what? Yes, cut them off. Like, it's literally doing you no good. No good. And I looked up a fake moon article too, Redbone. I want to get into that after we finish this video.
The floodgates of knowledge. So I just want to leave you guys with this. Understand that your emotions are powerful. Your mind is powerful. Your thoughts create this reality. And you got to be aware of where you shift your thoughts. Be like the Buddhists and be in control of your emotions. Make your emotions work for you. Wake up in the morning and set your intentions before you just scroll through social media, because social media will set the impression on your mind before you even get a chance to develop your own ideas and your own goals for the day. Right? Don't let somebody else control you and use your emotions against you to create whatever agenda that they want for their reality. F out of here. Like, we're taking back our power. Call back your power, right? And you manifest the reality that you want to see.
Period.
And I'm going to leave you guys with that.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, sister. That was a beautiful message, and I 1,000% agree. And setting your intention, very important and a wise thing to do. And it works. Faster than a prayer, okay? When you wake up in the risings, before your feet even hit the floor, give gratitude. I'm thankful. When you drink your first glass of water, I'm thankful. Everything vibrates, everything has life. When you brush your teeth, I'm thankful to the toothpaste, especially if you made that bitch from scratch. When you washing your body, I'm thankful for this soap. Let it nourish me. Let it clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, magic in everything we do, alchemizing everything we do, having gratitude for the things that we have, speaking into existence the things that we desire. Because we have the power to do that. Wake up like you don't even have the $50. Thank you, ancestors, for my $50. Thank you to the Most High for the $75. I appreciate it. When you wake up, take time to meditate. Create what you want your reality to be. Literally picture $500 going into your Cash App. Let's make the ding go off in your head. You know, the Cash App ching. Envision the numbers. Envision a time that it comes through on your phone. Paint the picture. You are the artist. This world is your canvas. That's how powerful you are. You create in a daydream. You get to get sneak peeks into your life and other realms in a daydream. That's deep. We be sleep on ourselves. And then do that every day. Manifestation, gratitude, meditation. You already have today what you think you desire. Surround yourself around people that are wealthier than you, spiritually, and here on this 3D, that have a better understanding of the world, that's more spiritually inclined than you, all that. We have to be spiritually strong in this time, y'all, because there's weapons coming from all different directions. Weapons of mass destruction. You can't even breathe outside. What the fuck? I'm not going to read this fake moon article. I decided against it. I want to listen to this video, Exposing Dark Truths on Spirituality. This is from the same content creator, Conjure Queen. Shout out to Conjure Queen. So I want to see what she has to say. Actually, I need to catch up on quite a bit of her videos.
Peace, family. Kanja Queen here, and in this segment,
I love her voice.
want to talk about a popular topic that a lot of spiritualists secretly talk about, or they may talk about it to their friends and their journals. But I noticed that a lot of spiritualists don't really like to talk about this particular common topic that a lot of us go through. So I kind of wanted to be the vulnerable one to put myself out there in case anybody else may be going through something similar, right? So, as you guys already know, I'm a student of the occult. I learn about spirituality. I study different books, and I also teach what I learn. At the end of the day, I always identify as a student and a practitioner rather than a teacher, right? So, the reason why I'm saying this is because people have this misconception or idea that spirituality is just like this feel good thing, right? Like if you're going through a hard time in life, then choose the spiritual path because that path is easy. Now, I'm going to say something that's going to ruffle a few feathers, but it is what it is. I noticed that the people who tend to have a very easy spiritual journey, meaning like they don't have any type of obstacles, they don't have any type of resistance. Every day is a carefree day, and it just seems like sage and meditation makes all their problems go away. These are people that are not really psychic. These are people that are not very.
Ding, 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 ding. It's a lot of fake woke shit going on. This lifestyle is not easy, not for the weak at heart. This is for the genuine souls. You can only fake so long being chosen.
Tapped in. These are people that are not really doing the work, but they are just embracing the spiritual aesthetics. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like it can be a fashion trend, it could be trendy. Trends are meant to be popular, and what is popular is usually followed by the majority. And the spiritual path is anything but supposed to be popular. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like a lot of the times I could be hard on myself because I be like, yo, it be days where I don't feel like doing no readings. It be days where I don't feel like doing none of the spiritual shit. It be days where I feel like I don't want to talk to nobody. It be days where I be in my moods. And guess what? Today is one of those days. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, yo, I literally did not want to do a video, but I've been talking to my advisor, right? I think every spiritualist should have a spiritualist. So every advisor, every psychiatrist, every therapist should have somebody that they talk to, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like a lot of the times, most of us that's in this journey, we're very independent. We found this path on our own. Mm-hmm. We took a stand when the rest of our family members were religious. We decided to go a different path. So let's just stop for a moment and realize like how brave that is and how different that is. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we chose this path that is not necessarily a popular path, or it wasn't popular when a lot of us actually embraced this path. We chose this path because, let's be real, Spirit won't let us do anything else. Let's talk about that, okay? Because what a lot of spiritualists won't admit is that a lot of times, well, I can't say other people, but a lot of times I've considered quitting this profession many times.
Agreed. Especially with being in my beginning stages of, tarot and spiritual guidance. You know damn well most folks do not want to hear about no spirituality. And most people seek tarot to, how do I say this? Hear what they want to hear. Like if you are a raw tarot reader and you go deep and you really hit those trigger points, that's a problem for some people. It takes a lot of energy. This is tapping into soul energy, cosmic, premortal energy. Sometimes it feels like it's not worth it. especially when source puts you in a position like, just like Conjure Queen said, like your ancestors, your guides, source will literally put you in a position to where you can't do nothing else but be in your spiritual work. That can be draining, and a lot of times it's not lucrative, especially in the beginning, you know. So, whew, it's this has been a humbling experience. I went from making fast money to, that shit slowing down tremendously. You know, I went from being a dancer, making, hundreds of dollars every day, to, okay, Ami, do your shadow work, stop dancing, get in your zone, take this spiritual shit seriously, create your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be curated and put in a shell to do what you need to do. Sometimes that shit's hard. But I encourage you. Let's continue the video. But she's speaking to me, okay?
I've considered quitting. I've considered saying, you know what, this shit is too much for me. This shit is crazy. I can't take all of this shit. Like, I'm done. And then I would try and go and be normal again. And the spirit is like, fuck is you doing? Mm-hmm. Like, it will block everything, yo. Like, if I try to get a job or if I try to blend in and be normal, listen, spirit is going to be like, yo, I don't know who you think you are,
Yep.
but this is not you.
Did
so
you
cut
forget
it out
your mission?
Because we're going to block all your avenues of money. We're going to block all your relationships. We're going to block everything that you do until you get your shit together. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that, right? Because sometimes it can feel like a trap because it's like, yo, this energy can be so overwhelming, especially when you are highly sensitive, right? Because when you're a highly sensitive person, you're not going to be out here looking for books to be more spiritual, to be more psychic. If anything, we need to learn how to manage the psychic abilities that we already have, because the families that we grew up into either thought that this psychic ability or gift was demonic, right, from Satan, or we got bashed for it. So then nobody ever really taught us how to cultivate it. So you already think that you're weird. You already think something's wrong with you because you have certain abilities and gifts and things that's going on that nobody else understands, right? The simple fact that if you tell somebody, listen, I don't have any energy to go make any store runs right now, because you know that as soon as you leave out of your door, you got to deal with people. Mm-hmm. And that to the normal average person, that could be like, yo, that's not even a big deal. You're just being lazy. But to the hypersensitive person, empathic person, psychic
it's
person, because that's what really psychic really is. Psychic is just another fancy way of just saying a highly sensitive person, a person who is able to pick up a stimuli, right? Stimuli of other things that most people cannot pick up on. I made this example before. I said that a person could walk into a room and they'll notice, like, the average person will walk into a room and they'll notice probably like 10 to 15 things, right? But they're usually physical stimuli. Like, they can notice there's chairs in the room, there's people here, there's a certain smell or aura in the room. But a highly sensitive person, they woke up into the room and they notice like 100 or 500,000 things in one split second, because all of those different stimuli is coming. They're picking up the energy and emotions of people around them. They're picking up on past energy that could have happened hundreds of years ago, last week, yesterday. Mm-hmm. They could even be picking up on future energy that's about to come. But guess what? When you're not psychically trained, you don't know the difference between any of this. And so now what happens is you're so emotionally overrun with all of these emotions that, one, some belong to you, majority don't belong to you, that you start to shut down. You start to think that you're crazy, and you start to be like, yo, I can't take this. This shit is overwhelming. And it starts to affect your head. It starts to affect your stomach, and sometimes it could affect your body, mm-hmm. your mood. And these are things that's not talked about, okay? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because social media is specifically designed where everybody wants to make it seem like their life is perfect. There's no problems. There is no obstacles. There is no challenges. And you know what? You can't even be mad at influencers for that. You know why? Because I feel like when influencers have so many people looking up to them and they know that people count on them to cheer up their day, to give them an encouraging word, to just make them feel good, right? That's what a lot of people like to watch spiritual channels and, you know, encouraging platforms, is because they like to feel good. And I get that. And so these people, they show up every day, even though we don't feel like it. We show up because we know that there's people that's counting on us. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the times, this shit is just like, it's a lot. And, you know, we're human beings at the end of the day. Like, we're having a human experience. And I think sometimes that we think that we're supposed to be machines, but you got to realize that you are doing a superhuman thing. You're utilizing your body as a channel in order to bring divine energy and help other people, whether you're a healer, whether you consider yourself a teacher, an advisor, whatever it is that you do, you're allowing your body to be a vessel. And then when you are highly sensitive or you are a psychic person, this can be very detrimental to your physical body, especially if you're doing this every day. This is a reason why a lot of shamans and healers and root workers and real medicine men and spiritual people was in the woods, in the mountains, like, right. They was isolated. And I used to always wonder, like, why do you always isolate?
That makes a lot of sense. And that's really, I'm over here thinking too, like, I can do better on me time. I can do better on being connected to nature. And I do that a lot already, but it's never enough. You know, like, especially for empaths. We need nature. We need meditation. We need time to go within. Cause this spiritual work shit, it is not for no bitches. You can't be no bitch. But it's also important to make sure that you have time for self. Speak it, girl. Speak it, girl.
These people always isolate themselves from the rest of society, and now I get it. I get it, because it can be so draining, where the only place where you can retreat is in nature, in your room, in your home, away from people. And that's a lot of empaths. That's a lot of highly sensitive people. And I realize that we do this subconsciously. And then, you know, what about the people that don't have a choice and they can't stay home all day? They may have kids they got to get up and show up for. They may have to be at their job. They might work 2 shifts or 2 jobs, so they don't got time to rest and hide away from the rest of the world. They don't got time to sit and meditate and focus and to deprogram and say, you know what, do these emotions even belong to me? Or is this somebody else? Where does this come from? How do I get rid of this? Right? So, once again, I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked. I was basically talking about how a lot of the times influencers, they show up even though they're tired, because they know that people are looking forward to our message. But I want to just say this to spiritualists, to other influencers, because I know that a lot of spiritual influencers do watch my channel, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the love. But I want to just say this. Work will always be there. Social media will always be here. People that love you will always be there. And what's meant for you will be for you. But understand that we're not mechanical machines that's designed to just work nonstop. There's going to be times where you got to pull away from everybody and everything, because this is the path of the spiritualist. The crazy thing is, it's like, we're living in a world that's designed for the majority of people who are left brain, that are desensitized, that are not empathic, and that are able to kind of be like robots, right? Like, some people are robots. I do believe that there are drones, or what they call them, NPCs.
Facts. All around us, walking among us every single day.
And this matrix. So these people are not affected. They don't feel things. They're not sensitive. They're just literally bots, right? And then you have people who have souls, because not everybody has a soul. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. But for those who have souls, for those who can feel, for those who haven't died inside, for those who still have some type of fire in them, we are not built to this system. Like, we can survive in it, but it's not designed for us to thrive. So you have to create your own system, right? Your own habits, your own schedule, your own ways that work for you, so that way you can be able to operate optimally in this particular life. And I'm realizing that, right? Like, and it's levels to it. But I just want to say this as a word of encouragement that, you know what? Every day is not going to be a day where you're going to be in a good mood. Every day is not going to be a day where you feel like, you know what, you're always going to be on. And don't beat yourself up for it, because I think a lot of the times we could be hard on ourselves because maybe our parents or our family members didn't understand our psychic abilities or our sensitivities. And the reason why we got so easily emotionally overstimulated, right? Everybody responds differently to being overly stimulated. Some people shut down. Some people escape, right? Like party every weekend or drink a lot, smoke a lot. Escapism, having lots of sex, or like trying to find multiple partners on these online dating sites, right? Like, its addictions come in many different forms, and no matter how you try to dress it or how you try to disguise it, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's addiction and it's escapism. So these are all things that highly sensitive psychic people do in order to find somewhat form of balance or grounding, because sometimes this reality can be a lot, and so they detach their body, they detach their spirit from their body. It's crazy, y'all. But I'm saying all of this because there's no blueprint for us, so we have to discover this shit on our own, and that shit ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. I'm telling you right now. Anybody else in here? I know I'm talking a lot. Let me look in these comments. Anybody else be feeling like that? Like, you just be feeling like, you know what? It's going to be days where you just might need to just take a break. Turn off social media. Turn off your phone. Like I told y'all, I wasn't even going to do a video, but I've been talking to my advisor, and she suggested that I start talking about like things that I'm going through instead of just retreating, right? And a lot of times people be thinking like when something is bad, or let's say if your energy is off, a lot of people automatically assume like, oh, somebody's doing something to me or something's happening. It's like, no. A lot of the times you could be the most powerful spiritual person, but sometimes you can also still be affected. Like, your spiritual hygiene may need extra cleansing, or maybe you might need somebody else to heal you or to cleanse you. Because remember, we're independent in this journey. A lot of us are self-taught, and so we learn to do everything ourselves, but we can't do everything ourselves, right? So sometimes we have to know when it's time to ask for help, when it's time to allow people to support us, allow people to nurture us, like we nurture them, like we nurture everybody else, right? Like, we need to fill our cup as well. And I feel like lately my cup has been empty for the simple fact that I have been given a lot. I've been given a lot to people, you know, personally close to me, people I don't know, work-wise. And, you know, I love what I do. And like I said before, like, I love helping people, and I love the gifts that God has given me. Sometimes it should be like, yo, I'm going to be real. Sometimes I be in here cursing spirits the fuck out. I be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, I'm like, yo, I chose this journey. I made all these sacrifices, and this is what the fuck I get. Like, yo, I be in here going on. And I don't know if it's just me, but like, I be having, anybody else be having a temper tantrum with spirit? I be like, yo, especially like, let's say for instance, right, like you want your way, and sometimes, like, you know, in the spiritual journey, sometimes what we want is not necessarily what's best for us. And I know, like, we know that that's true, but we don't want to hear that shit. Who want to hear that, right? Let's say you fall in love with somebody, you think this person is the one for you, and then his spirit come and say, nah, this ain't the one, but this is a lesson though. It's like, fuck you, mean this is the lesson, bitch. Bitch, fuck you, mean this is a lesson. I'm in love. And the spirit be like, that ain't love, baby. We got something better for you. And then, you know what? Sometimes you gotta trust the process. And sometimes I be on spiritual strike. Like, have y'all ever been on strike with spirit? Listen, I'll tell y'all one thing. Spirit, my guardian angels, they got a handful, okay? Because one thing about me is I'm rebellious against humans and spirits. Okay? I be fighting back. I don't just be bowing down and accepting shit. I be questioning everything. And I always tell y'all, always question the spirit, always test the spirit. Because for one, I don't trust everybody and everything. And I know that there's a lot of tricks of spirits in the spiritual realm that like to act as ancestors and act as teachers and stuff, but they're really just fucking parasites. My nose is sweating like crazy right now again. But listen, I be in here. I be like, listen, look, I'm done. I'm going on strike. I ain't doing no reading spirit. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going right back to my ratchet ways. I'm going back to the hood. I'm going back to the streets. And the spirits be like, oh, word? That's what you doing? Okay. And then they'll sit back. And then they'll just start blocking all my channels. And they'll start blocking everything. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Fine. Okay? Fine. I'll reconsider. I'll reconsider. And so then I find myself back in this loop. Anybody else? I think I'm just hard-headed. I think it's just me. I'm rebellious, but hopefully maybe I will grow out of it. Maybe not. I don't know.
I definitely feel her on that. I be stubborn as hell. I be stubborn as shit. And when you choose this path, there is no going back.
But at the end of the day, I just know that I have a very strong will, a very strong mind, and the spirits always tell me that. Like, I don't just go what anybody says. And that's also why a lot of the times, like, you know, I don't think anybody is immune to psychic attack, but I feel like the stronger your mind is, the harder it is for somebody to fuck with you. And I do have a strong mind. And I'm not going to say I'm immune to anybody fucking with me, but I will say that it is harder for a spell or a hex to hit me because I'm always rebellious. I'm always like, fuck is this feeling? Fuck is this emotion? Fuck is this thought? This ain't mine. Get the fuck out of here. I be cursing everybody the fuck out. All spirits. I be like, listen, I don't know who's who. Get the fuck out. Everybody get out right now. Because I need to think. I need to think. And so sometimes you have to put your foot down. You gotta stand your ground. I don't care who it is, what it is. If something is not working out for you, you gotta find what works for you. And sometimes, you know what? Spirit will sit back and let you figure out what you need to figure out, because at the end of the day, we have free will, right? We've gotta learn from experience. How many of us have parents that tried to warn us about certain life situations and we just didn't listen, right? And our parents probably went through it. They know. When we're young, we think we know everything. And I think that's still the same way. It's like when we teenagers, we don't think we're going to die. We don't think any danger's going to happen. We think our parents don't know shit. Like, we just think we know everything. We're unstoppable, right? And I think that we still have that mentality as we're still babies in this cocoon or this human vessel, because the spiritual world and these spirits that we work with, they're very ancient. So we're like babies to them. And it's just kind of like, you know what? We tried to tell you, we tried to guide you, we tried to tell you what you got to do, but you want to be rebellious, have temper tantrums, and that crazy.
I'm weak.
But anyway, I think I said enough. I just wanted to share that, you guys, because I want y'all to know that at the end of the day, even Conjure Queen has her moves. Even Conjure Queen doubt spirit. Even Conjure Queen thought about quitting this spiritual journey many times. So don't feel bad or beat yourself up if you feel like that too, because that's okay. And it's okay to take breaks. And just understand that if this spiritual journey is meant for you, let's just say it this way. No matter how many times you try to walk away, you're going to always find yourself right back. Right? It's kind of like a toxic relationship. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not toxic. It's a healthy relationship, but I'm just rebellious. I feel like the more you try to fight it, the more difficult it could be. And I'm a fighter, right? So I'm a fighter. Spiritually, I'm a fighter, so I'm like, nah, spirit, I ain't going out without a fight. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to rebel. So, but take care of yourselves, family.
I love her take on that. I love how raw she was with her feelings. And shout out to Conjure Queen. I love her channel. I think you sisters and brothers will love her channel as well, especially if you're like a baby in the occult, want to learn more about, Orishas, backstories, candle magic. It's a good channel for that. So I'm going to close out with the horoscope. If you aren't already following my IG, go ahead and follow me at Ami_Ami. Let me see if I have a banner for that. I do. It's scrolling across the screen. Shout out to the replay gang. I'm going to be live on Instagram in the next couple hours. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm going to pop up over there and do some live tarot. We're going to do a collective reading and also open up the floor for some Q&A and some mini readings. Prosperity, order, and peace. We are in the time of order and peace. There's prosperity among us. We got some big abundance coming in here too, family. Ace of Swords, the Emperor. I feel like there is some stubbornness, which that's just confirming the message that Conjure Queen just gave. There's some stubbornness, some resistance against the flow of life. I feel like at this time, your ancestors is literally putting you into a position of divinity, you know, into a position where you have to go within, focus on your crafts, really figure out your creative spark, what you give back to this world. What are my hobbies? What's my passions? What do I really want to do? If we're working a 9 to 5, I know that's not where you want to end your life off type shit. So it's like this energy of like, it's time to figure it out. It's time to put your life into perspective. There's some abundance here waiting for you, but there needs to be a change. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm not sure what the hold is or what you may feel burdened by. But if things aren't going the way you expected at this time, it's on purpose, for purpose. Everything is on purpose, for purpose. So if things are not going as planned, it's happening for you, through you, not to you. Right? I'm not satisfied. It's like, yes, I know I have this, and that. I've made these accomplishments. Yes, I know I have a nice car. Yes, I know, it's like, yes, I know I have abundance, but I want more. The spirit of greed. King of Wands. Someone really feels like they're lacking something, or maybe someone took something from them. Like, you ran off with my shit. This could be mentally or physically. So now I'm stuck in a position where like I'm in this lack mentality. You know, a lot about the root chakra, not being stabilized in the root chakra. My needs aren't being met. I might not be able to make rent type of energy, like survival mode. Maybe there was a loss of job here. Yeah, 5 of Cups losses here. Regrets. Maybe we made a decision that did not come out like we thought it was going to. And this has to do with money. And it kind of, we're in a pinch right now. Right? But we got the 6 of Pentacles here. So someone's coming in to help this situation, to offer you a way out. Or maybe this is your guides kind of telling you to look at other options. Like there's other options with this situation. There's another way out of this. But we have prosperity, y'all. So don't fret. There's prosperity here, life here, abundance here. You just have to see that for yourself. You have to really believe that all is not lost. No regrets either. I'm hearing who cares? Someone needed to hear that. Like, who cares? Who gives a fuck? The guilt trip. Mm. Someone's stuck on the past, on this loss. This could be someone literally leaving this physical realm and you're stuck in grievance, or this could be you being separated from a partnership, a family member. There's losses here. Be careful with the company. If you get an inkling in your spirit that something's not right with these new folks that's come, or these old folks that's coming, popping back up in your life here recently, follow your instincts. Never question that voice in your head. Never question your shadow. It's speaking for a reason. You're not crazy. That's intuition, wisdom. Exercise it. I did not plan on doing this long of a message, but look, Spirit's coming through. Depressed energy is what I'm kind of tapping into here. Someone doesn't want to get out of bed. Someone doesn't even want to like brush their teeth type shit, or like, like do daily shit. Something's weighing heavy on the mind here for this particular person. Stressed over a decision. You got this. There's two aces, a cups and a sword in this deck. Let your tears flow too. Mama, that shit is weighing you down. Goddess. Like, it's time. What's on the other side of that door, you can't even imagine. I can't even put it into words. You have to tap into your shadow. After you click off of these videos that give you inspiration, you got to practice that. You got to believe that. Like, that's real. I can do that. I'm worthy of that. Whatever it is that you want. No longer should we let the past hold us back. Like, we can't keep living in this pain. It's a parasite. That nigga is a parasite. His penis is a parasite. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram family. Follow the Instagram because I will be live over there later. Smash that like button for me. I'm going to shift the energy. We're going to pull a couple more cards. I want to pull from the metaphysical deck. Don't forget, we are in the spirit of order and peace, time of prosperity. community, joy and light, bliss, okay? Autonomy. Let go. Wow. Look up. Wisdom. Aura. There's an aura of bliss for a lot of us. A lot of us have came out of some times of depression, of that very energy that I just spoke of feeling as though you were lacking. I just heard reborn, a renewal. There's literally like legit been a paradigm shift, a new wave, a new age, like remembrance, activating, waking up, the community. And then that's the hood love card too. The hood waking up, that carbon based consciousness waking up, ringing bells in the streets. I'm proud of you, I just heard. It's time to rejoice. Order, peace, prosperity. Mm. But there is a stunt in creation here. There's a blockage, a creative blockage. Let's tap just a little bit deeper, family. We're going to pull from the shadow deck. What is causing this creative block? Because now we're back at that energy which we started with. Date. Meeting someone new. Get back out there. Plan. Set a date. I do encourage you to get yourself out there, especially if you've been bottled up in the house, you've been in hermit mode. If you've been feeling like you need to get out, break out, and do something different, do that. Also, be mindful. Be careful. Because Satan comes dressed up every time. That energy is not going to show its face in the beginning. It's always like that. Make sure that you are not attracting the same energy that you've grown from. You are very spiritual. You attract a lot of high vibrating spiritual men, but also men that know how to manipulate, men that know how to distort your point of view with sexual energy and like I'm getting this religious energy, like using, I don't know, the Quran or using, some type of ancient text to manipulate your mind. I don't know who the hell that's for, but be careful. Be careful of the pictures y'all send out as well. It get wicked in these spiritual streets. Wondering why you're getting sick and all this jazz because folks is doing stuff to your pictures. staring into your pictures, creating shit in their mind, things to happen to you. It happens all the time. Be mindful, especially sexual pictures. See, it gets deep when you send in your body, your whole temple to someone. And I'm not talking on no moral shit. Like, if you want to sing your titty, bitch, sing your titty. Sing your pussy lip. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Okay? What I'm saying is, what is the intent of the person that's receiving these pictures? If it's strictly for lustful purposes, they're keeping you trapped in this black box in a low vibratory state. Do you feel where I'm coming? Like, y'all feel what I'm saying? So at that point, your soul is trapped interdimensionally. I guess that's the word I could use. So not on a physical, just on a physical plane, with you still, talking to this person, having sex with this person, having that connection on a 3D, but now it's virtual, a virtual sacral vampiric connection. So, yeah, you cute. Yeah, we vibing. I don't know you that good though to send my energy out like that, love. I don't need you visiting my picture just to jack off and use you. Use your energy for lust. Spiritual baths, very important, always, but especially at this time. If this message is hitting for you, baby girl, I'm gonna need you to start running that bath now. I recommend lemons, limes, cinnamon, salt. If you can, please refrain from using iodized salt. That's last resort, okay? It's not good for you at all. It's poison. So, sea salts, pink Himalayan salts, kosher salt, any other salt besides the 99-cent salt. Get you some Epsom salt, some essential oils. Really make this bath like this is a ritual. Set your intention. I intend to wash off all this energy from so and so. And when I release myself from this bath, I want to be regenerated with this energy. You speak your intent, goddess, God. There's leeches on some of us. Now I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, family. I hope that this message helped. If it did resonate, please do the spiritual bath. And if you don't have all those ingredients I just listed off, make your own spiritual bath. Baking soda is also really good. Apple cider vinegar. You want to get your body back alkaline. You want to get those electrolytes, those light codes up. You are an electrical being. I wish you all the best. Thank y'all for listening today. Again, follow me on Instagram. I will be live over there doing live tarot readings. We'll be doing a collective reading, shadow reading, and I'll be opening up the floor for Q&A and donation readings. Until next time, family.